Alrighty, what is up, guys? Evan Aldo here. So, latest in the exclusive Discord, had a really nice Bitcoin scalp short that already hit one, two, and we're getting close to hitting the third profit right now for it. Had an ETH short that got stopped out in profit yesterday, and a Bitcoin short that was a loser yesterday. Not going to be right 100% of the time in here, but definitely, I mean, at least 75% of the time. Usually, I have to really backtest, but I'm right the majority of the time in the exclusive Discord. If you're interested, link in the description below. So let's get into it. I mean, I haven't looked at the total market cap of crypto on the TA for a while now, and it's kind of looking the same as Bitcoin. You got a red blood diamond on the weekly. Last time this has happened was back here, May of 2018, where we came down another 74% in the total market cap. I don't think you're going to come down, with more adoption, everything happening. I don't think you're going to come down 75% from here. But what I do think could happen is you could bottom out around 50%, around $1 trillion market cap. I feel like we're going to retest $1 trillion market cap at some point here. We didn't get that close to it. I feel like we would retest that, maybe a 50% correction based on this. This confirms in 3 days, 8 hours. Lots of confluence in the sense that it's happening with Bitcoin too. It was already confirmed on Bitcoin, the first ever that it happened on the weekly. So, we need to be objective. There's obviously some analysts saying we could go a lot higher here, and it definitely is possible. We don't have crystal balls, or anything could always happen. Maybe even something like this, and you peak out, 3 or 4 billion or something, and maybe 4 or 5 even billion or trillion, excuse me, in June, July, maybe. I think it's very unlikely. I think most likely you're so due to come into the red here on the weekly. So that's kind of your rare massive buying opportunity. Say we come down here into the red, and then you're at that $1 trillion market cap. That's a good place to DCA into crypto in general. And we could kind of backtest, obviously, look here. I mean, look at, even if you mainly got in before you had the big dump right there, you're still up, 800% overall. Maybe even more if you got into Ethereum or whatever back then. Let's look at our 6-day here. Same deal, and it's already confirmed on the 6-day, the blood diamond here. Look at the last time it was generally like this general area with the money flow coming out. You came sideways a bit, boring, and then you crashed down, about 56% or something until the bottom. So you could repeat the general 50, that 50% correction, $900 trillion market cap is very probable in the next few months. And, some people may get annoyed with that. The thing with that is it's just a big buying opportunity. Like, look right here. Even when just one technique, even when the EMA ribbons, every time they're in the gray here, and they're just getting into the gray, they just turned all gray very recently on the 6 days. You can see right here, once this goes into the red, good DCAing opportunity for if you do it every week or so. This is from, let's see, this was from September 18 all the way to May 19, just a big area for dollar cost averaging in. Say you got in your average place around here, 1,200%, give or take, maybe a little less, a little more, depending on what you bought, depending on what you would have bought back then with cryptos. I mean, obviously the majority of, it's usually the best idea to have the majority of your funds in, blue chips like Bitcoin, Ethereum, but everybody has their own way to do it. So moving downward, actually, it would be, I'm not going to show you really the lower time frames in total market cap, but we'll look at, it's generally the same as Bitcoin. We'll look at Bitcoin now. So took the trade, this was kind of a easy one this morning, bearish divergence is printing all the places all over, money flow coming out in the 30-minute, bearish divergence right there. Took that short position, locked in profits. I'm still in a swing long though, where the first or second take profit, I believe, is at around 44. So giving that a shot as well. I mean, it's a little bit conflicting right now, but overall, the structure of the market, I would say, is mainly bearish with a little bit of hope with your 2-day green dot here. You got a little bit of hope. If we could just somehow curve up and get back into the green here, that'd be really bullish. But your weekly is in the red here. Your weekly's in the red here. And you're getting close to that decision point. Do we continue downward into a real bear market? And the main point for that, where you really get into a real bear market, in my opinion, where you're going to start a new cycle going forward, and you bottom out, mid to low 20s, which is what I think most likely will happen. Is this point right here. It currently lies at about 36.7, and it gets a little bit higher every day. It's going to be, by the end of June, it'll be at 38 K. So if we close a daily candle below this, if we don't just wick right back up like here or here, what happened over the summer, last summer, almost a year ago now, you will just continue forward down, bottom out at 24K or something like that, 25K, maybe even low 20s. You also want to look at, your 200-week moving average here. This currently lies at 21 something. It would probably be up to 22.7 or more by the end of May. That could be a place where we bottom out. So I don't know if we'll test it, but we do tend to test it from time to time. It's been a while. Last time was March 2020. Time before that, December 18. So it happens, it happens every couple of years. It's been 2 years now. And you could look back, I'm not going to look, I don't want to bore you too much, but you could look back on like the Brave New Coin chart. Every few years it does test it usually. So that's what we got to keep in mind as well. In terms of the short term here, where are we going to end up probably? You do have some hope with your 4 hour. That does look good too, coming into the green here. You could just roll right over like what happened with the 3 hour back here. You see you came into the green, you just rolled over. So you could roll over and continue down more. This could be the little tease we were looking for, a little pump up to, 43, and then you just roll over and continue downward. That could be possible. Maybe good shorting opportunity. We're about to get another red dot on the 4 hour too, so be careful with that. In your hourly, divergences, pretty overheated. I think there's definitely, we're getting into the decision point here. If we lose this general area, you're probably going to continue to next big place, probably back to 38.5 and then downward more. If we keep this, it wouldn't be unlikely to continue forward 44K. Your 2-day would support that. Your 2-day would definitely support that, and your 4 hour money flow crossover would support the bullish case. Just come right back up to 44K. Bearish case would be supported if you in the bear markets when you come into the green here, it just continues farther downward, and your 15-minute money flow trying to come down. In terms of shorting, a lot of these crossovers haven't been working when it comes into the red. This, when it finally comes to the red, this is the one that probably will work and bring you all the way down back to 38.5, maybe even. We haven't played around with this spiral line right here. This is actually the macro bull market support area, almost 37K right now. I mean, it may look a little bit lower in the higher time frames, but give or take, it's a wide area. Bitcoin's very volatile. Don't automatically assume we lost it if something like this happens. And then you come like this, but then you come back up within 24 hours or something. Staring at the screen 24/7, it could mess with you a little bit. So moving on to Ethereum real quick. Generally the same, same deal. We're just waiting for that red dot to come on the weekly. It seems like that's going to come relatively soon here and eventually bring us down in the next few months. Your 2-day, just like Bitcoin, that's your main bullish hope. That would decent shot. You could come up to 3.6K or something like that. You could even, in this boring market, how it's been, do something like this and then really come down, double top pattern right there. Or you just come up a little bit and you come back down. Nothing goes up and down, just in a straight line. 12 hour not looking too good. Money flow just generally coming down here. I'm looking to this would be a good place to possibly take a short at the money flow crossover right there into the red, or a rejection off of this point, 3.3K right there. Let's look at our 6 hour. 6 hours looking good. I mean, you do have the money flow crossover into the green on your 6 hour. That is looking pretty good right there. However, we're rejecting off of this place right here, and your lower time frames are getting more bearish, and your very high time frames are pretty bearish. So I don't know if I would give too much credence to this 6 hour money flow crossover. Just, basic market cipher strategy. You got some bearish divs printing right here, bringing us down, rejecting from that area right there. And then your 15-minute, you're curving down into the red right there. A lot of these few times didn't really work too well. Curving into the red. Also your 4 hour, printing a red dot. And yeah, you could definitely say that's a bearish div. On the 4-hour, I think in all likelihood, you'd probably come down a bit more here. This is theoretically from a 4-hour bearish div, excuse me, come all the way back to 28 or something right there. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, please subscribe to the channel, check out my exclusive Discord with some of my trade entries, stop losses, take profits, exclusive TA, all the things I use, some of my strategies as well in there. If you're interested, link in the description below. Also, check out my trading course, link in description below. We're doing a discount right now. A lot of people have really liked it. My trading strategies, risk management, trading psychology, why I think the majority of people lose in this game. I think it's going to give you a really good edge. So check that out. BITGET, MEXC, check out my links below as well if you want to sign up or create a new account. And if you want to get Market Cipher, link in the description below. Use my discount code down below as well. All right, guys, have a good one. Goodbye.